Do you think that there are any like jobs that might be at risk in the future, or any industries that are going to suffer as a result of AI, from what you know or understand?
Well, I think it's going to be...
Accountants.
Well, I think it's going to be everything. I think it's every single thing. I don't think there's a single job that isn't going to be impacted by AI.
No.
And it's not going to be about you are out of a job. It's going to be about how do you build a career. If you're a young person now, how do you build a career? If you are further on in your career, how do you incorporate AI in a useful way to continue your career? Like, there's nobody that isn't going to be impacted by it. And it's just how we do that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I would think things like the legal sector. I was actually sent a GDPR document the other day, and I put that into Copilot to just sort of analyse it for me. It's from a customer, and they wanted us to sign it to comply with their policies. And they said, could you also review it? And if there's any amendments needed, can you have a look? And I'm not a lawyer, you know, I know some of this stuff, but not all the detail. And I just put it in, and straight away it was Appendix 1 is missing, that's referenced several times in the document. This 8.2.1 section is incorrect and needs, you know, rephrasing. I've heard stuff about, you know, the medical industry where maybe blood work's being taken, that can be analysed by AI, it can produce results and send them to you without the need of even going to a doctor for analysis. So I think there's industries that are really going to suffer potentially, but I also think that there's other areas that might not so much.
Yeah, but I think in lots of those examples, there's not necessarily the complete elimination of a job.
Yeah.
There is the differentiation of a different job.
Yeah.
So, for example, in the blood work example, you can have a system of AI that knows, right, you're fine, and then you're setting your bar wherever it is. Now we need a query. Well, that query needs to go to human.
Yeah.
And so, like in your legal example, you know, there is no Appendix 1, but Appendix 1 needs to be written by a professional.
Yeah.
Like Appendix 1 needs to be in legal terms and be watertight.
Yeah.
So there's still a role for that person with that knowledge to be like, brilliant, now we need to do this.
Yeah.
But they're working alongside an AI that's just doing all the work. That's
groundwork.
Yeah.
Maybe people's...
Or labour intensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, and as we've discussed before, you know, you've spoken on the podcast about your son who's doing an accountancy apprenticeship. What does that pathway look like for somebody who is training in accounts? Because we still need people that are the experts, so that when AI says, oh, hey, wait a minute, this tax thing doesn't quite look right, is it actually the right thing? We still need someone with enough experience to pick that apart and say...
And understand that it's right.
And understand, is it right, is it wrong, is it compliant, is it... And how do you get somebody at the start of their career to being that senior person if I would say, because I think... And as we've discussed, it has become apparent, most people in our generation are a bit like, AI's doing that, you're off.
Yeah.
Whereas actually it's a bit more nuanced than that. Whereas if we go straight to I don't need that role anymore, in 10 years' time, where's the person with 10 years' experience?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, a bit scary. I've seen something about AI employees recently as well. Where you can actually buy these like little AI bots. So you can buy like an HR manager, a marketing/content creator.
Oh my goodness!
You know, and you know,
New business partner.
But you know, you could basically pay £100 a month for each one of these things. And the idea that they gave through their marketing was like, you go off on holiday for 3 months, let these little botty AI things with different roles do everything for you, and then you come back and it's all done.